Hi guys, Keely here. So today's video is going to be something that I've never done before. It's going to be my 2018 bullet journal setup video. I recently got back into bullet journaling and I thought I would do a little setup video because I love watching other people's bullet journal videos. It gives me so much inspiration, and I thought I would just show you guys my 2018 bullet journal setup. So let's get started. This is the notebook I'm using. It's the Rhodia Web notebook with the dot grid pages. The first thing I did is write down everything I wanted to include in my 2018 spread in a separate notebook just to, keep everything straight. And the first page is just going to be a little page that says 2018, and of course drawing everything out in pencil beforehand because I make a lot of mistakes. So you can see I didn't really like the way the numbers looked, so I erased everything and went back and changed it a little bit. And now that I'm satisfied with the way my numbers look, I went in and added some little foliage drawings, or kind of leaves, flowers, I don't really know. But this was actually not my original idea. I saw this on Pinterest, so I will try my best to have everything linked down below to give all credit to the original creators of this design. And as you can see, I was just inking everything with various black pens. I used my Micron black brush pen as well as some smaller Micron pens. I don't know what size exactly, but it's just black pen. Now that I'm kind of starting to finish up with the drawing, you can see how it created the, not outline, what's the opposite of an outline? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but you can see the little 2018 in the absence of the foliage there. And on the page next to it, I was just making my key for my weekly spreads. A lot of people use different systems. The system I found to work best is just bullet points for events and then boxes with various symbols inside for different tasks and how completed the task is. And also, sorry if you can't see me writing, I'm new to this whole bullet journal video thing, so sorry you can't really see the stuff under my hand. I need to figure out a better setup with my tripod. And at the bottom of the key page, I was adding in some little doodles of some wildflowers and foliage and whatnot, and that kind of became my theme throughout the 2018 spread. Now that that page is complete, we're moving on to the next page, and I just started to make my future log. Originally I was going to make an overview page and a future log, but I kind of just combined the two, and what I'm doing here is just making sure my spacing is all even. And then I made a vertical layout, so I added the different months at the top of the pages. And the pen that I'm using for this is the Tombow Furunosuke. I think that's how you say it. I could be butchering that. It's a Japanese name, but the Furunosuke calligraphy pen, which I am absolutely loving. I actually just got it for Christmas, and it's my favorite thing ever. And underneath the months, you can see me here adding in the days of the week. I actually didn't get footage of me writing in the calendar days because I had to continue filming the next day because I ran out of daylight. But in the next clip, you can see the completed product of the little calendar layout. It's pretty basic, and then I just added a little bit of green at the top of each calendar using the Tombow dual brush pens in the pastel green color. And then for the next page, I wanted to make a Depop profits chart so I can track how much I'm spending and how much I'm making. And I had one before, and I'm just referring back to that to see what I want to change and what I want to keep. And again, the title, I just wrote Depop profits on each page with the same Tombow calligraphy pen. And then of course doing everything in pencil beforehand. And I used a ruler to make sure my lines were straight. I'm just using a Micron pen to line the chart. This was actually kind of an aggravating process because it took me a while to make sure my lines were straight. And then to write all of the little titles at the top of the chart, I was using my green Micron pen because, the foliage plants are kind of the theme throughout this, so I used green. And then using my calligraphy pen, I wrote a little spot for the totals at the bottom of the chart. And then I had to refer back to my list that I made beforehand because I was getting a little confused on what I had to make next, so I crossed off everything to assess, you know, what I had to finish making. For the next page, I wanted to do some pages that were just dedicated to YouTube things, so for this one, I just wanted to make a spot where I could keep all of my video ideas. I kept the page pretty simple by just adding a title at the top of the page and then the rest of it blank, so I could just fill in video ideas whenever I had them. And I just used my Micron brush pen in green. And the next page I made a subscriber tracker. I've never made anything to track my growth on my YouTube channel before, so I really wanted to do that. And what I did to make that is just drew 12 circles and made them kind of messy, and at first it wasn't on purpose, but then I kind of just went with it and made some messy circles. And I made 12 for each month so I could write in the amount of subscribers that I had at the end of each month and then see my growth from month to month. And I used my same Tombow calligraphy pen and wrote in the months in each little circle. I thought that my video ideas page was kind of too different from the rest of my pages, so I added in some little leaves that kind of tied it back into the 2018 page in black. Because it was the only title that was written in green, I wanted to add some black to the top of the page. Next, I wanted to have somewhere where I could write down my goals for the year. I thought it would be fun to have 18 goals for 2018. I just wrote the title pretty big using my, of course, Tombow calligraphy pen. Again, I kept this page pretty simple. I just wrote in the numbers for each goal and kept a blank space next to it so I could write in my goals as I decided what they were, because 18 is a lot of goals to have, but I thought it would be fun. And I could only think of one goal as I was making this spread, and it was just exercise more, so I put that as the first one, but I do have more of them filled out now. And then for the last page, this is actually something that I didn't plan beforehand, but I thought it would be a really fun idea. I made 2 pages for places you've been and places to go. So every place that I go to that I think is worthy of writing down, whether it's somewhere new or somewhere that I've been before that I just really enjoyed, I had a little space where I could write those down, and then places that I wanted to go, whether it be in 2018 or just in the future in general, I can write all of those places down. And to tie it back into the theme, I just drew the same little wildflowers that I had on the first pages. So here is my completed bullet journal spread for 2018. I really enjoyed making it. I love how it turned out. It's pretty simple, but you know, there's the little flower and leaf doodles here and there that I really liked. Like I said, I will leave links for all of the original creators of anything that I was inspired by. I hope you guys liked watching this video. I really enjoyed making it. Let me know if you want to see any more bullet journal videos in the future, because I would love to make them for you guys, because I know how much I love watching other people's. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Bye!